Any of you Pittsburgh gals listening on the iHeartRadio app?
I sure do.
Anybody sleep with James Hetfield?
Not yet.
While they were in Pittsburgh? If you were following Stansbury and Corey Roddick and our buddy Jesse Schultz, they were having a hell of a weekend in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they were tearing it up.
Went to see the Crew at... Crew was playing somewhere.
They're doing...
And then Metallica at PNC Park.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the whole thing. It was a big weekend. I ran into Corey this morning, boy, and he looked like he was at death's door because I think he was probably raging all weekend.
Yeah, they're going till... He got home at 3:30 and then had to
Today.
be at work. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Right.
That's how you do it, man. Anyway, I don't know if any of you gals, James Hetfield filed for divorce from his wife of 25 years over the weekend. So I'm wondering if, listen, if you're a girl, let's say it's appropriate to the demographic. If you're a woman between, let's say, 35 and 55, who might have gotten backstage at the Metallica show, because Jimmy Het is back on the market. Who knows? He's worth $300 million. I don't know, these Metallica guys. Well, he and Lars, they have made their money 100 times over. Metallica has always been the Hetfield and Ulrich show. But they've been together for a long, long time. And he's been married for 25 years. Francesca Hetfield. He has 3 grown kids. He's been sober for 20 years. Credits his wife for helping him out there, right? He had a lot of issues along the way. And filed for divorce. So I want to know more about that. You go through a lot of stuff with your spouse. She stood by you. But who knows what she's like? I don't know anything about her. Lars has been married a number of times. But Hetfield, who knows? Maybe his wife's a shrew.
Didn't Lars stick you with a bill once?
What?
Am I thinking of the wrong person?
Did Lars Ulrich stick me with a bill?
Someone
Not that
has
I
a
recall.
story. I thought it was you. Someone had a story about going out and partying, and Lars was there, and he was like, "Everything's on me. Don't worry about it." Yada yada yada. And then he Irish goodbyed and stuck someone with a multi-$1,000 bill.
No, not me.
That wasn't you.
No.
Who the hell was that?
I've only met those guys on a couple of occasions, and I didn't go out with them. I've only interviewed them.
Well, I was convinced that it was you. So now I'm lost.
Feel free to tell that story, though, as though it were me.
My buddy Alan?
I know a guy.
Oh,
my God. Lars Ulrich. This guy comes in. He thinks they're going to be talking drums.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
What does he get?
Alan's back there washing dishes to try to take care of it. Top of the 7th, by the way. First in this doubleheader, the Tigers and Guardians are tied at 1 run apiece.
That's not the news that's coming out of this game.
Help!
What's the news that's coming out of this game, Alan?
That Mustard lost.
Amen, he did. So tell me now, Mr. Conspiracy Theories over here.
No, we're not conspiracy theorists. I think that this is a completely organic result. I don't think there's anything contrived about this whatsoever. Here's my question. Obviously, it's contrived. But to what end? What is the big payoff supposed to be here?
I'm just saying.
I'm
most talking about it.
I am most confused and fascinated by what they're trying to achieve with this. Because everybody's talking about how Mustard remains winless.
Yeah.
We've talked about it ad nauseum on this show. Mustard remains winless. This makes Mary Santora very happy because she's team FU Mustard. Loud and proud.
Ow, ow, ow.
But here's what I'm saying. They go, oh, he hasn't won any. Let's get his hackles back. I don't know what.
Maybe
ship him off to the Lake County Captains to Miyagi him or something.
I told you he wasn't ready to come back.
He kind of wins. He kicks over one of the tacos, breaks her ankle, and then they bring him back to Progressive Field.
Know tacos had ankles.
We're learning a lot.
Back to losing. I didn't know hot dogs had feet, but here we are. And now he's losing again. What is the point of all this?
Well, maybe it's to just show that no matter how hard you try, you might not get what you want, but never give up.
But the Rolling Stones taught us that decades ago.
Yeah, but there's a lot of kids that don't know about those people.
Well, kids, listen to the Rolling Stones, all right?
Not a lot. Not a lot of kids.
Anywho, 1-1 there at the corner of Carnego and Carnego.
Carnegie, my waffle.
Carnegie,
got
Ontario.
2 segments in this building.
I know, right? And then that's it.
Carnego and Ontario.
I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Hey, Rube Star, what's going on?
Alan, let me tell you, I got pretty wired on that L-histidine last week.
Yeah.
But I ran out.
Benadryl?
Speaking of getting stuck with the bill.
That was my agent. Before she married Santora, Al Histidine was my agent for many, many years. And okay, go ahead, Rube Star. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, I'm switching to L-lysine, which I'm pretty sure you're familiar with because it chases away the herpes. Now, ironically enough...
Rube Star is trying to imply that I have herpes.
No, not if you've taken L-lysine. No way, Alan.
What is an amino acid going to do for your herp?
Oh, it's going to strengthen the areas that need strengthened. But
I mean, it sounds like you're the one with all the herpes knowledge, Rube Star. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, no, Alan, I'm A blood type. We don't get herpes. But listen, I'm thinking about switching to
Wait. People who have A blood type, it's like a little maze that you go down with Rube Star, and it's much like this Michigas with mustard. It takes a long way to get there, but it doesn't go anywhere. And you have to appreciate the journey. What do they always say? Life's not the destination, it's the journey. And never is that more in focus than when you have a conversation, quote unquote, with Rube Star. Go ahead. You have A-type blood, and you're taking an amino acid so that you don't get the herp.
Alan, it boosts my intelligence. But there's a big problem with that. Then you realize everybody around you's an idiot. Well, anyway.
You're just now coming to that conclusion, Rube Star?
It's the
really drives it home, let me tell you. Anyway.
Listen to the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones taught it. I'll just shut up.
Is what I'm trying to tell you, baby. I heard eggs are an excellent source of amino acids, so I'm about to do a line of egg right now, Alan, live on the air. Hold on, baby. This is it. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's that bad. Now, listen, there's a risk because 1 in 7 eggs have the salmonella thing.
I thought he said AIDS.
He's going to do a line of AIDS.
I thought he said AIDS, too. I was like, okay.
Well, Rube Star, listen, it's so sad that our time is being cut short, but...
Please don't let him be the last caller of this show.
Listen, he's right. Your body can't make lysine, so you've got to get it in your food and eggs and poultry and, things like that. But a line of AIDS is where your guy... I heard eggs.
I heard AIDS.
Your heads all went to he's going to do a line of AIDS, and that made perfect sense to you. What did you think he said?
None of what he was saying was making any sense, so...
I was like, they got the AIDS in powder form now?
Does that make you happy or terrified? It's hard to infer from your tone of your voice.
Well, I just was... It was with
Depends
a
on
question
what your
mark.
intentions are for AIDS.
Well, no. AIDS is not the death sentence it once was. You pop a little pill.
Did you say death sentence?
Yes, it doesn't take away your hearing like it used to.
Death sentence. What did I say?
Listen, if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio from out of Ohio, tell me where. I got a nice letter from Kylie, who's a brand new bureau chief in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She's there for grad school. She's getting her PhD in clinical psychology over the next 5 years. See, if you're Ann Heche's mom and you're just a Bible psychologist, you can just call yourself that. If you want to be the real deal like Kylie, it's going to take you 5 years. Anybody know any trivia on Hattiesburg, Mississippi?
It is where the first can of tuna was produced.
Yes! Before that, everyone was subsisting on bags of tuna.
Which is it's not sustainable.
No!
It spoils.
How do you think all that plastic got into the
I
ocean?
thought there was jars of it, too.
Yeah, the pickled tuna. Nasty stuff.
I was thinking it's the hometown of one Fred Armisen.
Oh, and that.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi. But Mary trumped me. It is where the first can of tuna was manufactured. Do you remember what kind of tuna?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee tuna. Correct. It was in the big tuna canning war of 1755.
It's a big deal.
It was between Bumblebee and Star-Kissed. So Kylie listens in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Doug is a bureau chief in Dundalk, Maryland.
It's the best name.
I don't know why that makes you laugh, but
Dundalk.
it's
I don't know,
Dundalk.
Dundalk.
It's suburban Baltimore. Baltimore.
It just sounds funny.
I gotcha. Mackenzie listens in Medford, Oregon. Sasha is in Portland, Oregon. And Jessica is our bureau chief in Hell's Kitchen, which if you're thinking, oh, that's just part of New York. No, Hell's Kitchen. She actually operates in a kitchen in hell.
Neat.
Which is fun, because, of course, that's all made up. Mariah Carey's home was burglarized. There was someone burgling her home while she was away. This poor woman's on vacation, and somebody broke into her home.
She doesn't have someone house sitting for her?
Right.
No, she has an alarm that goes off when...
I feel like...
Yeah, so anyway. So then the cops showed up, and it was fine.
That's the whole story?
I feel like when you got a house that big,
I
you get a house sitter.
had to walk a long way for that bit, Mary.
I loved
That's
it.
what you call long on setup, short on delivery.
No.
That's how I like to do it around here. We also have a lot of bureau chiefs in the great city of San Francisco. It is the car break-in capital of the United States, and it's gotten to the point now where someone in San Francisco is leaving notes on cars asking for donations so that they don't have to steal. I mean, this is a novel way to try to get people to Venmo you money. The flyer says, I don't want to steal anymore, but I have bills to pay. Can you help? And they're putting it on people's windshields. PayPal, Bitcoin, and Cash App. It's payment Bitcoin.
Also,
So you won't have to. You won't be out any real money.
Guy, and then maybe catch him.
At Car Thief Panhandler.
I was actually a little scared, a little rattled. I didn't know if they were going to come back to break into my car or anyone else's car. It was something I had to consider every time I came to work, and actually just adjusting the way I parked and where I parked. So it did affect me, and it still does.
My daughter is a big fan of, she watches a lot of these Mark Rober YouTube videos. You know who Mark Rober is?
Nope.
He's an engineer who worked for NASA for a long time. Young dude, I think mid-30s, maybe early 40s. Worked for NASA for a long time, worked for Apple. And he has a very entertaining YouTube channel where he creates these... He kind of makes science and engineering very palatable for people. He'll make fill a pool full of Jell-O and things like
cute.
that. But he went viral for doing a series of videos trying to take down carjackers and porch pirates by creating these glitter bombs, these packages that people would steal, and then they would open them up, and it was fitted with cameras, and it would emit fart spray, and it was a glitter bomb, and this guy goes viral for this. And, of course, he was doing a lot of these in San Francisco, so there would be camera footage from inside his own car parked on the street, and just people smashing, grabbing on things that he had put in there. It's pretty wild. My daughter loves these videos.
I've seen a lot of those. They're very interesting.
Listen, you're never going to go wrong with a glitter bomb. Remember that, Poundcake. You're never going to go wrong with a glitter bomb.
Yo, Mary, I got 66 possible sexual assault charges pending against me. What are my options?
I'll tell you what, all the people looking for representation have really come out of the woodwork. How did he land on 66?
But they're only possible. Listen, this is not a case for the sex defender. I can't take your contract.
All right, I don't know how you professional comedians missed this, but out there in Lake County, there's hot dogs running into tacos. All right, then. Bye.
Yeah, we didn't miss
I still
that.
don't get it. What is he... They're just a couple of foods running around, bumping into each other. What are we missing?
Nothing. We're missing the potential for waves of hilarity between hot dogs and tacos.
But what is the joke? I don't get
The joke
how there
is
could be any joke there.
if you have a person in a costume of one food and they happen to run into a person in a costume of another food,
Food fight!
It's inherently hilarious.
God.
It would be exactly the same if there were avocado races and they fell into someone dressed up as pizza.
So there's no other joke going on
No.
with hot dogs and tacos.
No. Nope. That's why this weekend they're doing that donut race. I mean, unless I'm missing something, I don't think that I am.
I don't think so.
But that guy, he's middling at hilarities this weekend, by the way. He didn't leave his name. He's far
Ryan
too
Dalton?
he's far too humble to say anything about it. But Ryan Dalton, by the way, who will coincidentally be our first guest in the new studios on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Is he featuring for Burn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping
He's headlining Sunday.
I know that. That's what he hit me up about. But I'm hoping we can get Steve Byrne in on Thursday. That'd be fun. We'll see. Oh, boy. You are sitting there and you're going, Alan, you know, NFL preseason is underway, and so far hasn't been that exciting. Well, then I guess you didn't see the Arizona Cardinals game.
I didn't.
Arizona
Right.
Cardinals playing some of your Cincinnati Bengals. Very exciting game. This was on Friday. I don't know if it was the first. I think the Ravens were the first preseason game, but the Arizona Cardinals, who ended up beating Cincinnati.
The first preseason game was the Raiders versus the Jaguars and that was at the
Jags have already played twice?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Raiders, they played one more because they played in the Hall of Fame game.
Okay. Cardinals-Bengals game is on Friday, about 13 minutes into the second period. It got very exciting. And if you heard any of the play-by-play coverage, it was a lot of fun.
You have to like when there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it really well.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you
Actually,
what.
my favorite.
They are very excited there.
Wait, what?
At the NFL.
Did
What?
you just
You have to
reveal
like when
something?
there's a guy coming right in your face and he just sits in there and delivers it.
It was a joke, Bill.
Sits in there and delivers it.
I know you're not familiar with those, but it's what it is. Okay.
Oh, I like when they're funny. So.
Okay.
Well, I know you like football a lot, Mary, so I thought that might appeal to you.
I did.
Yeah.
People came all over me.
Listen,
I was
don't.
talking about football.
I know, yeah. She's a big Arizona Cardinals fan. She goes, "Go Cards!"
Hey.
She and who? Give me a name. Kurt Warner?
Yes.
Cardinals? Yes?
Kyler Murray.
Okay, but did Kurt Warner play for them?
He did.
I'm just looking for the most non-controversial player that the Arizona Cardinals have ever had. My buddy Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald
there for a
was
long
the-
time.
Yeah, he's amazing. Mm-hmm. Great long career.
Went to Pitt. Okay, I've got to take a break here so that we can get ready for our final segment, Mary,
God.
ever here at the Oak Tree Studios.
What do you have planned? Is it going to be
Nothing.
a big... Oh.
Where's the
Nope.
cake?
We didn't
I
get
wanted
cake?
I wanted to go out with a whimper, not a bang.
No cake?
I just wanted to trail off to where when I go into the last segment, we're just looking at each other, stunned, kind of a shrug. Maybe all of us have our pants on.
So there's no cake?
No cake.
Yes, man. I quit.
I was going to be the cake guy. Is that what you're saying? All right, listen. Let me take a break here. If you want to text for something, 35192. You can listen anywhere you are on the iHeartRadio